Are you excited about the socialist program?
Good to give it a shot.
I'm for it all the way.
It has so many policies that I believe in.
It is my friend Daniel, who escaped Venezuela.
Action.
Did you vote for Zoran Mamdani?
Of course.
Yes.
Yeah.
I canvassed for him. The young people support him. Mamdani's good.
Are you at all worried that he is a socialist?
Not really.
I think socialism is actually really good for society.
I'm a professor.
At NYU, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Are you familiar with how socialism worked out in other countries?
These are all people that were born and raised in America, dude. None of these people have a damn clue. A damn clue. Socialism to them is what mainstream media and Democrat politicians in America are telling them socialism is. They have no idea what socialism actually is.
Countries historically.
Just because it didn't work out so well in other parts of the world doesn't mean it won't work out well for New York.
Bro, there's no way. There's no way.
Historically.
Just because it didn't work out so well in other parts of the world doesn't mean it won't work out well for New York.
Listen, this isn't a thing where, it just didn't work out that well in other parts. It never creates a thriving society of people that are free. Never. Never has, never will. But these people, bro, born and raised in America, super privileged, and are being fed mass propaganda. And other than the modern day liberal ideology itself, we really, really, really need to put an end to the media being able to spew propaganda to the American people. That has to come to an abrupt end, because the huge problem, dude. Why that is still allowed, I do not know.
Actually, I have a friend of mine here who fled Venezuela. He is a living product of socialism not working out in other places.
Came from Venezuela 9 years ago. It's the only country that was ever destroyed by socialists and democratic.
Venezuela, y'all got a lot of other problems to deal with.
The problems were caused by the socialist policy. My family went from making $2,000-$3,000 a month 20 years ago to $100 a month in 2016. That was because the government gave everything you can imagine for free. We went from being a normal middle-class family with a car, and then no electricity.
What's that quote? Hold up. We'll go back to that in a second. Ronald Reagan. That's right. The 9 most terrifying words in the English language are, "I'm from the government and I'm here to help." Bro, Reagan didn't say that just to say that. It was a warning. Like the phrase, it's like Grok says, the phrase itself predates Reagan a bit as a folksy joke or Three Biggest Lies punchline in the late 1970s. But he popularized and elevated it into the memorable version we all recognize today. And literally, that's literally what Zoran Mamdani said at his inauguration speech. It was literally like, the government needs to help more. No, you don't. This is why Charlie Kirk was a big believer in big government sucks. It does. You do not want big government with all their freaking octopus tentacles all up in your business all the time. You don't want that. You don't want them telling you how much money you're going to get a month. You don't want that. And these people have no idea, dude. They've only grown up in America. They've only ever experienced America. They have no idea. And it's so frustrating. Look at that nose ring. What a shocker.
No water. Mamdani actually thinks that Maduro was not a dictator. And 10 years ago, he actually praised our rigged elections.
What specific socialist policies do you think led to that?
The government took over people's businesses, farms, grocery stores, factories. Do you support the proposal of government grocery stores?
And hear me out. If you think it's hard to get rid of government corruption in America right now, imagine if the government was in more control. Imagine trying to get rid of that corruption when the government controls more. Like, America has changed a lot, yes, but we're still a pretty damn free country. And the corruption in it is so deep and so hard to remove, even in a free society. So just imagine that same government controlling how much you take home every month, what you buy, where you live, whether you're going to be poor or rich. In socialist countries, you're born poor and you die poor, or you're born rich and you die rich. There is no pursuit of happiness. That does not exist in socialist countries. You can't be born poor and have the hope that you will make it out of poverty. That doesn't exist in socialist countries. We know this, dude. We've gone to war with socialist countries all the time. North Korea, Iraq, Iran, Venezuela, all these places, dude. Colombia, all these freaking places. There's so many of them. Russia, China. All these people are under socialist regimes, bro. And it's even more funny when you see people comparing Trump to Hitler, but then they vote for socialism. What do you think is the beginning of a communist country, bro? These people are insane.
Of course I do. There was very little supply of chicken, toilet paper. There was a line for blocks and blocks for a grocery store.
It's all about money, my friend. Corruption.
Wait, what do you think the grocery store sells you food? For charity or
Did you hear that guy?
grocery store?
It's all about money, my friend. Corruption.
Yeah. So why would you vote for a socialist? Dude, I'm having such a hard time not spazzing out on a daily basis because of these people. It's getting to that point where you're just like, there's no way. There's no way these people are that dumb. No way. And then you gotta kind of I gotta take a step back and realize that they have been misled. They've been brainwashed. I can't sympathize with them because I haven't been. I love capitalism. I love America. I love the fact that, if I work hard enough, I can make it somewhere. I like the option that I have. If I want to take a break from work, I don't got to work for a while. If I want to go apply for a better paying job and earn credentials and certificates, I can go get that job and make a better living. That's freedom, bro. They don't have that in socialist countries. And these freaking people are voting for that shit.
Wait, what do you think the grocery store sells you food? For charity or for money?
For money.
That's not a bad thing.
What happened in Venezuela isn't going to happen here. The policy is more focused on helping people out.
Every politician would promise to help the people. Socialism means the government owns and controls the means of production. That is the companies, the businesses. Like
this dude escaped Venezuela and is here telling these people, he's correcting them. And they're like, oh, that won't happen here. Bro, this is like socialism, communism, stereotype 101, bro. It's insane to witness that. It is insane to see these people so confident in their ignorance.
Mamdani says the government will own the grocery stores, the means of production. We promise to help the people. Socialism means the government owns and controls the means of production. That is the companies, the businesses. Like Mamdani says, the government will own the grocery store. 9 million of us escaped our country. It's the largest refugee crisis in the world.
Crazy. Wow.
There is a lot of opportunities to use the wealth of New York to help everyone else.
They have tried that in the Soviet Union from where my parents and my grandparents are from. All they remember of grocery stores is empty shelves.
Mamdani himself said that his goal is to abolish private property.
All of it. He's going to take everything.
We can establish community land trusts to gradually buy up housing on the private market and convert it to community ownership.
You want to live in a public housing? No. New York City builds less total housing units than Austin, Texas, a city that is 1/8 of the size of New York.
We need a change.
But then the change that we need is one that increases the supply of housing, right? Not that one that will decrease it like Mamdani. And I fear that what happened in Venezuela, Maduro, president that was originally democratically elected, decided to give everything away for free, take people's businesses, for the workers, and then it all went bankrupt and became very poor.
Over 62% of young people and 66% of Democrats support socialism nationwide.
The Democratic Socialists of America,
Yeah,
have you heard
yeah.
of them? Mamdani is a part of it, right?
Yeah.
The DSA went to Venezuela just last year to support the dictator and say that he won the election that he didn't.
I had no idea.
I did not know.
Do you think we should be supporting the
That's what I'm saying, bro. These people don't know shit at all. They don't know anything, bro. Like, they get fed this shit. They're like, gobble it up and then just regurgitate it. They don't actually know anything. It's like, oh, that sounds good. Yeah. But did you actually look into what that is? Did you look at other countries? Like we have plenty of examples of that. Like just look at other countries that are using the same policies and same way of living, and look at them. These aren't freaking utopias, dude. These are the immigrants coming to America from those countries. They're leaving those countries. And these he's like, did you know that? Oh no, I didn't know that. No shit. Because if you knew that, if you were educated at all, I'm not talking about college educated, but if you were educated at all with reality instead of propaganda, you would not vote for this shit. You'd be fighting completely against it. Our founding fathers are rolling in their graves, bro.
Dictators like that.
Oh, no.
Government rent control. It's going to stop people from renting apartments because they're not going to be able to profit. There are going to be fewer apartments for rent, and then we're going to have less opportunities to actually live.
That's a good point. I agree with that.
Okay, I understand more about social.
I like that girl. I like that girl.
Less opportunities to actually live.
No, I like that girl right there. I really feel like she's listening and engaging. I like that. Some of these other people just look like they're like, damn, can't, freaking got TikTok attention spans.
I agree with that.
Okay, I understand more about socialism now for sure.
Since we have had more free markets and capitalism in the world, billions of
Bro, we have so many people that have escaped socialism that are immigrants here that you can talk to, that you can ask and get answers. But we've gotten to this point to where if someone tells you something that you don't want to hear, then it's fascism. It's right-wing extremism. Oh, socialism is bad? Fascist. What? Bro, socialism is the fascism.
people have been lifted from poverty. And that every country that has attempted socialism, Venezuela, Cuba, the Soviet Union, North Korea, Eastern Europe, many countries in Africa, all of them became poor.
You've been through it in Venezuela.
Yes.
Why don't you move out of New York?
I already did, actually.
Oh, then awesome. Why do you care?
Well, I already moved out of my country, too. You think people...
So stupid. Why don't you move out of New York? I did. Oh, awesome. Then why do you care? Because it's part of America, dummy. Oh, dude. Oh, man, these people. Then why do you care? Oh, my gosh, dude.
should just keep moving out as socialists destroy their countries and their cities.
I mean, if you don't like the policies that the government's in power are doing, then yeah.
I think my opinion might have changed a little bit.
I'll be doing more research. Thank you.
Like, yes, obviously, if you don't like the policies of a state or a government or, you know, a country, then leave if you can, of course. But don't just allow the useful idiots to start deciding who's running crap. You know? Don't do that.
For sharing.
Well, I heard a great quote.
My opinion might have changed a little bit.
I'll be doing more research. Thank you for sharing.
Well, I heard a great quote about socialism, which is, it's really a great system until you run out of spending other people's money.
With the rise of
Exactly. Where do you think the money's going to come from? You're going to get less money. Government's going to take more of it and control everything. That's what it is. They're going to take more of your money for themselves. Mamdani's wife showed up in $600 boots, bro. These people are rich. The rich people are going out there giving these freaking useful idiots things to protest like tax the rich. They are the rich. It's them. And these people are like, oh, yay. Oh my gosh, dude.
socialism in America, it's more important than ever that we have these conversations.
I'm Tanya with the Free Press.
And I'm Daniel DiMartino. See you next time.
Man, I'm telling you, dude. We got some fighting to do. And I don't mean fighting as in physical. I just mean fighting like we got to fight for our country and make sure people are educated. I think we do need to have empathy for them. They've been misled, but they are our people. All those people in this video that I disagree with and that annoy me, they're still my fellow Americans, man. I'd still take a bullet for any one of them. Love them. But we need to keep doing stuff like this. We need to keep on educating them and letting them know. Because we live in such a free country, and we have for so long, that we have no idea what it's like to not have freedom. No idea what it's like. And you don't want to know, because the chances of coming back from a socialist regime is so slim, dude. And if we fall, no one's coming to save us. We are the country that goes and saves other countries. No one else does that. America is the last beacon on the hill, dude. If we fall, then it's over with. That's why everyone comes here. They want to escape to here. Oh, man. I wish that I didn't get so annoyed with it. There's this hatred in my heart that boils up every single time. And I look at these people like they're stupid, and I don't want to do that. I don't think they're stupid. I think they're very misled, but my heart just gets so angry at them, dude, because I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing? You know? Man, gotta pray for him, dude. Like, our whole country needs to repent and turn back to God, because it's falling fast.